Okay, Mike Masato, CEO of Staff Driven Dental and the Dental Road Warrior, returning for episode 97 in the series. So today the topic is the power of now. That's for all you procrastinators out there. I wanted to do this video inspired by numerous conversations that I have with doctors thinking about getting on board with this program throughout the course of the year. And the coaching I try to give them when the conversation always comes to later or the future. It's funny how the future has a way of never happening. There's an old expression, the way to hell is paved with good intentions. I'd also like to add, if I could change that quote a bit, the road to hell is also paved with no intention. So if you have no intention to do anything, or at some time in the nebulous future, things have a tendency never to occur because life has a wonderful way of getting in the way. This happens all the time. And most of these doctors that I meet are well-intentioned. They want to do something. They conceptually know something needs to be done, but it's got to happen sometime in the future. And they want everything just to be just right before they embark on this journey of coaching and getting help. Now look, if you recognize that you need help and in practice, and it's obvious, why wait? How do things get better when you wait? I'm just curious. If you, as I look clinically, let's take a clinical situation. If a person's got, or a patient's got a problem, a clinical health problem, dental problem that you have there that you're looking at, it's staring you in the face, and you know it's a problem, and you're telling them to wait on it, what happens? Does this problem get better with time if you leave something there and don't address it? There's a quote that, you know, when there's a hill to climb, don't think that hill waiting is going to make that hill smaller, right? So if you have a hill you got to climb, waiting is not going to make the hill any smaller. So, and if you have a problem to solve, waiting to take it on or confront it is not going to make you go any smaller. Matter of fact, these tendency to get worse, and that's what happens. And then doctors come to me and they want a miracle to happen. They want some kind of coaching intervention that's going to save them, that's going to make this be okay in the 11th hour. But again, mainly because in their mind, the light bulb goes off. Well, I got to make everything just perfect, you know, before I'm all set up and ready to go for some coaching. You know, and another great quote that I like to share with my clients is that perfectionism is the mother of procrastination. You know, you're never going to have everything perfect. Coaching and bringing in coaching in your life is not about having all your ducks in a row and have everything just perfect, and then I'll be ready to receive a coach or ready to receive help in my life. It doesn't work that way. Okay, there's never a perfect time for anything like that, right? But the best time is always now, right? There's a rule of work that I teach my clients as well too. The basic rule of work is do it now. Don't wait on it. Don't put it off and I'll get to it, because the tendency is it occupies a lot of space in your mind. That you have to get this stuff done, and you keep going back to it. Oh, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. It's in the back of your head all the time. You know, I always use this analogy. You know, this visual. Imagine if you had a board behind your head with all these Post-it notes stuck on it. All these things that need to be done all the time. Every time you thought of something needs to be done, but I'm going to get to it, you stuck another Post-it note on that board. How many notes are cluttering that board behind you of things you'll never get to and never do because you're not doing it now? So you make triple, quadruple, quintuple work out of things when you let it just sit there and not get to it. And this is the basic problem that most doctors that are having issues in practice is getting them on the path and getting them out of procrastination. Because tomorrow is like this mystical land, you know, where 99% of all human productivity, intention, motivation, and achievement go to die, right? That's where tomorrow is. Tomorrow is never happening. And if it does happen, right, what kind of shape are you going to be in by the time that does occur? You know, at what cost? You know, it's amazing, you know, when people tell me, oh, I'm not ready for coaching. What do you know, you're not ready to do better in life? You're not better to improve? You're not better to have things more optimum? You're not better to change? You know, you're not ready to change things for the better that you have going on? You're not ready to make more money? You're not ready to get rid of these or change or improve on the staff you got that's stressing you out and killing you? What is it? You know, I mean, what is it going to take to be ready? You know, and we don't want something to be catastrophic to occur, or an intervention has to happen at that point. Why wait? See, situations in practice become problems when you don't address them. Yeah, and that's what happens a lot of times. It wasn't always as bad as it was. It's just it got really bad because you let that stuff fester and you didn't take care of it. You take a staff member, you know, that you have out there that's got to go, and you know this person's got to go for a long time, but you don't resolve it, you don't handle it, and she just sits there, and it gets worse and worse and worse the longer you don't address it. That's what happens. It doesn't get better in time. You know, with these people, it doesn't, right? So it's always better to take care of it now, right? Because time is the killer of intention, right? You know, so when you get in action, you get motivated, things will happen, right? And if you have someone guiding you down the right path, you'll get there. You know, you're not gonna. You may not know exactly when you embark on a coaching journey, you know, how it's all gonna go. I can't even tell you. My coaches can't even tell you all the twists and turns on this journey it's going to take. There'll be a lot of them. There'll be a lot of ups and downs. There'll be, you know, things when you move forward. There'll be setbacks. It's bound to happen. That's how life works, right? So you have to understand that that's what's always going to happen, no matter when you start on this journey. But I can tell you where you're going to be a year from now, if I'm in your life, or if a coach is in your life. It's going to be a better place. Better than where you are right now. If you're stuck in something that you're not happy with and it's not improving, it's not going to get better on its own. Like I said, that hill's not going to get any smaller waiting for it, you know, waiting till later. You understand? So I can guarantee, you know, because again, leaving things in limbo is a bad place. Right? Leaving things to chance, we'll see what's going to happen. You know, there's a responsibility you have as a practice owner to do something proactive about the business all the time to make it better. So if it's struggling and not doing well, and again, I know so many doctors don't even know what's going on in the practice. They don't know the numbers, you know, they don't know how much, you know, how much money they're making with the situation. Is it trending in the right direction? What's going on with the team? I said this in an earlier episode about the DDS disconnect. Well, that feeds into this. There has to be some kind of intention to stop procrastinating and putting off what needs to be done and addressing it now and not later, right? So that's why I always teach about, you know, not later. Because people go, well, when should I start this? When should I? And what am I going to say? Sometime in the distant future? Of course it's now. Now is always best. I have dozens and dozens of clients. I have, you know, lifetime clients that are with me that thank me to this day because I made them do something now instead of later. Because excuses, you know, again, stop you know, from getting on that path, you know, and making the changes you need to make. Waiting is never a good thing. Procrastinating is never a good thing. It's only going to compound situations and make them worse. All right. So like I said, I hope this video is helpful. This is one of my personal development series videos to get out there. But this is one of those videos that kind of feeds everything else. If you're wondering what it's going to take to, you know, get you where you want to be, it's get out of wait, get out of later, and make it today. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, please share them with someone you know. And I'll be back soon with another episode.